Hi everybody, welcome to this qualifying round free video guide Metropolitan 9-hole cup here on the BK Golf Clash YouTube channel. Please give me a thumb up, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Just about squeezed in some time amongst a busy work schedule here to give you a couple of looks at each hole. There's a few drops along the way and some suggestions of tweaks as well. Remember, these are only suggestions, you don't have to play the routes I'm suggesting. A token or two is always valuable though to suit according to your club's balls and play style. Here we go with hole number 1. We can go aggressive with this tailwind here. I'm aiming on the right hand side with the bullseye over the edge of the bunker at the top of plus 24 with APOC 5, P5 max rest with APOC 4. I just max plus 10 power 5 settings. And then push-up is going to depend really on wind strength. Here I go to the top of plus 11. That will be the top of plus 17 with APOC 4. A 0.9 ball left curl, and the spin, it's 5.8 top spin and 2 left spin. Minor great right was fine here, as was a perfect ball as well. But the push-up is the key, so you'll need to take a token or two because different wind strengths and maybe wind angles will need different push-ups. But here is a guide to get started with. You want to get a nice roll out. That will leave you an end-bringer school wedge here. This one was around 98% slider, but I would play with some backspin just to get the ball guide to the hole, but it's the usual 20% elevation, P5 for the eagle wedge. Here, I'm going to show you a simple approach with a kingmaker just for an eagle. We're going at the top of plus 0 with APOC 5 and above, and it's going to be with the blue ring on the bottom left touching the bunker. Then we add spin. I'm going with 5.8 top spin and 2 left spin. If you have more top spin available, you can use that, but I'm just limiting myself here to mimic the top spin available with APOC 4 and 5. If you've got APOC 4, you'll be at the top of plus 6, and you will have 30% of the blue ring going into the bunker there, the bottom left of the blue ring. Max plus 10, make sure you get the pull angle right here. If you have any 1201, you will land directly into the rough. So practice this one and make sure of your pull angle. No overpower, but going without a wall curl to the left. Like I say, albatross here will be coming really from the use of a power 5 ball, but in the interests of time, this is just a safe eagle only with a kingmaker. We want to approach the first tree shadow around 366 yards. Then we're playing with a big dog or cataclysm, and you can see there I'm adding spin and looking at the first bounce. Make sure it's comfortably over the fairway. It's going to be approximately 1 bar of top spin, but if you have a shorter or longer drive, you might need to vary the top spin a little bit. Max plus 0 on this one. And then we are going to go with just a couple of clicks of overpower because I just down the slope. So I'm putting 2 clicks of overpower on, just having the ball cover the bottom teeth, hitting perfect, and we go safely over the rough and rolling onto the green, and that will leave us a very nice putt, or worst case scenario, a short simple wedge to secure the eagle using only a kingmaker. Going with a titan here and APOC 5 and above. Bullseye over the rough line at the top of plus 10. APOC 4 you would have bullseye over the rough at P3 max, which should work with APOC 4. You will have a shaky needle though. 6 top spin and 2 left spin with a titan. If you don't have a decent level of APOC, or you're worried about shaky needle, you could try with the extra mile, in which case you would be bullseye over the rough at the top of plus 13. Max plus 10 P3. I like the titan though. It's sometimes nice not to need a kingmaker all the time. 1 ball of curl to the left, full overpower. You can see there's a little shake here. So if you've got APOC 4, like I said, try the extra mile 9. You will have maybe slightly less curl, but a load more top spin. But a great left would not be safe. Rolling out there very nicely. Drive distance of 370 yards. And that's going to leave a rings from min shot with our thorns. So find the min line. And then we're going to count up rings from min. You're going to need some backspin here. I would start with 1 bar of backspin. So then once we've done that, we're finding the min line, pushing up, and here I actually pushed up 11 rings from min, aiming at the pin with 1 backspin added, I want to always bounce on the middle of the fringe because then I get a nice true bounce. We're going to go with 1% slider per ring, so 11 rings up from min, playing this one 11% slider. In the video I go with 10% elevation and we just sneak this one in, it's under adjusted. So what I'd like you to do, and that's why it's on the notepad, as 15% elevation should get you in right at the pin here. A good chance for an eagle, and you're only going to be using a titan, which is very nice sometimes to drop down from a kingmaker. So rings from min plus 15% elevation, pulling over the bullseye, lands very nicely here, and you will be right at the pin. I do a 360 and in with less elevation. Nasty wind angle here, set up with the quarterback, blue ring touching the rough on the right at the top of plus 10 yards. Then we switch to Apoc and Cataclysm bag. We're going to add spin, 5.8 top spin and 3 bars side spin to the right. The adjustment here, nice and simple, max plus 10, power 3 settings. So for me that's going to be 6.6 rings. For you, obviously, you should always use a calculator, as you may have different wind strength and indeed different club accuracy. You can see we're at plus 8, so APOC 4 isn't going to adjust into OP. If it does in extremely high winds, then add a little bit of OP on. But I'm going with 1.5 ball curl to the right, and it is circle drop over power, just to get a few more yards out of this one. Circle drop OP. Hitting perfect here, going to bounce very nicely and roll down the fairway, and that will set up a shot with the Cataclysm. And the idea here with the second shot, we are just going to look for the eagle in this nasty wind, but you may get lucky, and it is tweakable if you want to push it for the albatross. 2.5 top spin, and then here we just need to take care of the aim a little bit here. Going to aim this one deliberately left of pin because there is a slight angle to the wind from left to right. Don't worry about the ball guide, but just look at where it's aiming. Like I said, I'm aiming intentionally left. You can tweak this one, of course, if you like. Plus 1 landing position, playing it 71% slider, 10% elevation. If you adjust into overpower, add it on. But our base overpower here is going to be just before the circle drops. So find the point where you see the circle drop and then go back up 1 click. Hit perfect. Like I said, this is really just a safe eagle, but there is actually a chance of tweaking this for an albatross. You can see here I'm just missing and actually just jumping out over the right edge of the cup. Aggressive look at this one with a berserker, but it will need some wind angle tweaks as well to make sure you hit the rough in the right place. 5.8 top spin, 2 bars of left spin, and this is for APOC 5 and above. We're going to have half of the red ring inside the rough on the right at P5 max rest. APOC 4, you would need to stretch out 1.7 rings into overpower, and you would have 80% of the red ring overlapping the rough. Look at the second bounce as well with spin added. Adjusting max plus 10. Pull angle is crucial here. Any 12.01 you might miss the rough completely, which I did once, but I was still on the fairway. I just had a shorter wedge. So take a token or two, put some tweaks in. We're going with no curl, just centre the ball and hit perfect. Like I said, APOC 4 might struggle here. You would have to push up and then apply anything that you couldn't push up in terms of 1.7 rings of overpower. So may just be for APOC 5 plus, but give it a go if you want to. Rolling into the tree shadow is going to leave a wedge here. As you can see, it's almost at max distance. So the alternatives there would be, you could play out to the left-hand side and leave a long iron if you want to. But this is just a suggestion, of course. You don't have to follow what I'm doing here, just a couple of looks at each hole to give you a bit of guidance. What I would say on the wedge, though, you need to play with backspin to get the ball guide nice and controlled to the hole. So I would suggest 4 bars of backspin. As a reference here in this video, I'm playing this wedge 97% slider, but it's the usual Embringer School method, 20% elevation, power 5 numbers. More information on this method on our Academy tutorial playlist on the channel home page. On the drive here, going to go with the quarterback at P3 max rest. White ring touching the rough in both parts. So the top of the white ring and the bottom of the white ring touching the rough. Switch to APOC and sniper bag. Add spin, 5.8 top spin, 3 bars left spin. The adjustment here is max plus 10 P3. Again, take a token, get your pull angle sorted here. You don't want to have any 12.01. If anything, I would favour 11.59 because it will pull you further away from the tee. One ball of curl to the left, full overpower. It's a little bit of a shaky needle, so do what you will with that one. As you can see, we just clear the rough here, so that's why I'm advising you about the pull angle here. You don't want to land directly in the rough. But a perfect ball here will get you to around 368 yards. Just need a little tweak on the aim here for the second shot. I'm going with 3 backspin and 1 right spin, and I'm aiming at the pin. Ball guide going to the front of the hole. Like I said though, it does need to tweak the aim on this one. Plus 3 landing position with sniper 10, that will be plus 5 with sniper 9. We're going to go 77% slider, 20% elevation, but power 2 settings here. Power 2 settings, I would always use sniper 10 numbers regardless of your club level. One pull over the bullseye here for me, I think it was about 9.6 rings. Centre the ball and hit perfect, and we'll look at how we need to tweak the aim on this one. The speed's good, perfect ball away. Let's have a look how it comes in. Bouncing on the fairway and then going to roll onto the green. Just need to aim a little click or two to the right on this occasion to get the drop. If you're enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to support that and help keep it free, we've launched a brand new patreon.com homepage. There is the link. There are lots of perks if you want to become a member over there. All support of the channel is massively appreciated, and it will help, of course, to continue to provide the Golf Clash content here for you. So please go and check that out over at patreon.com/BK Golf Clash. We're going to drive with the rock here. In the video, I go with 4 topspin. I would like you to use 4.1 just to get a couple more yards out of it. So go with 4.1 topspin, 2 right spin, set up at P3 max rest with the rock 8. Rock 9 technically should be 1 yard less, but I would probably set up at max with the rock level 9 as well, just like I said, to get a couple of yards more out of the drive so that you don't risk going to max distance. We need to pack the Goliath here for the second shot. The adjustment on the drive though, before we get there, of course, is max plus 15, power 3 settings, and then we centre the ball and hit perfect, and the idea here is the ball will clip the rough and roll out onto the small fairway pad. Second shot going with the Goliath, I'm going to go with 0.2 backspin and 1 bar side spin to the left. This needs a little bit of a tweak to the aim. I will suggest what you need to do though. Finding that bit where the ball guide goes long but then snaps back to being about a green square beyond the pin. Here I aim with the edge of the ball guide just away from the right edge of the cup, but I miss left. I would suggest you try aiming just over half a green square to the right. I like the adjustment though on this one. Plus 5 in the video would be played 86% slider, but I would recommend for plus 4, which was a subsequent attempt which I didn't record unfortunately, plus 4 I would go 84% slider, 10% elevation, and pull over the bullseye on this one. Okay, pull over the bullseye, hit perfect. Like I said, this one will miss left, but I would like you to tweak the aim a little bit more to the right, just over half a green square, and you should be in there for an eagle on this par 4. Nasty wind angle here, so we're going to go with the quarterback, blue ring touching the rough on the right and the sand on the left at the same time with our quarterback, of course. Then we add spin, going to go with 1.5 backspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. The adjustment is going to be 1 to 1, so 8.4 wind, we're going to go 8.4 rings. In the end, of course, the tree is in the way, or the bush, so I spin the camera around, push my rings to adjust as it's clearer. So I do 2 pushes here to the edge of the white ring, and then we're going to take our shot. So very simple layup here. We're going to need to drive distance for our second shot though, so make sure you note that one down. So 1 to 1 adjust, 4 rings, and then another 4.4 to make up the 8.4, and the backspin will grab very nicely. Drive distance here is 259 yards. Second shot, we're going to play with 3 bars of left spin only, and then find the position here where you see the ball guide going up to the top of the green and back down. You see there's a bit of a funnel there. I'm wanting to be here a little bit further to the right. You can see there I move to the right, tip of the ball guide is at the right edge of the cup. Now this one misses to the left, so I've given you a tweak here. Not what I do in the video, but it is like a suggestion of what you should do, and with that I've increased the slider and also the elevation, because I believe that I under adjust this one. For a 259 yard drive I go 72% slider, 35 elevation. If I recall correctly, this one was played 30 in the video. 2 pulls over the bullseye. Of course, if that tweak doesn't work, then your subsequent tweak, if you're still missing left, will be to take a couple of clicks of left spin off and just aim a little bit therefore to the right edge of the cup or a little bit further away. As you can see, the speed's very good, but just I'm going to miss this one on the left edge of the cup. Now there are aggressive options available here, but in the interests of time, I've only got time unfortunately to show you a very safe and cheap layup with a Titan. Bullseye in the middle of the fairway at P3 max rest with the quarterback 9 and above, and there you can see I'm applying a little bit of backspin. If you are worried about a great left on the drive and the second shot, I would add half a bar of right spin here as well, just to safeguard both shots. That's up to you though. Max plus 10, power 3 is the adjustment I'm making here. If I remember correctly, that was going to be 10.5 rings, pulling once over the bullseye and then second pull to the bullseye, and then we're going to take our shot. Like I said, very safe layup. If you want, you can blast a berserker down there toward the left hand side and have a good go for an albatross, but like I said, just ran out of time on this one due to other commitments. But a very safe and cheap eagle with the Titan here, 316 yards. Second shot with the Cataclysm or the big dog, we want to add spin, and then we're having the ball guide pointing just to the right of the cup. There you could see my spin going with 3 bars top spin and 1 left spin. If you're worried about a great left, like I say, then you would aim without the left spin and just get safely to green. Tweakable if you wish, but a very long shot at the albatross. But then again, it's only a Titan, so it's not like we're wasting any kingmakers here. And here, the adjustment is max plus 30. Okay, max plus 30. And then time to take our shot. Don't worry about adjusting into the water. The tailwind will do the rest of the work for us. Perfect ball away, and then this will bounce cleanly on the platform, away from the bunker, and then you can see rolling onto the green, a very simple putt for the eagle. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.